speaking of Netflix, that's actually kind of segues into our next topic. Netflix, as we know, has the Marvel series that have been released out: Daredevil season 2, Jessica Jones. The next one that's set to hit is probably, I believe, Power Man, and they're in the middle of filming, I believe, Iron Fist as we speak. All of that is going to come together at the end to form the Defenders. But last week there was a rumor that was set off that since these characters are in the Marvel fold and they've got full license for them, that they might be in development for a Netflix show, and those characters happen to be Blade, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight. And if you're familiar with the Marvel comic books, Blade, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Daredevil, they were within the first run of the Marvel Knights subtitle, which was headed off by Joe Quesada. He's the current chief creative officer of Marvel comic books, and he's actually kind of one of the guys who spearheaded a lot of the Marvel comic book stories that really started their resurgence and actually gave them enough juice to start going out and doing that kind of led into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It set up the foundation of like a lot of the Ultimate storylines, which Ultimate's version of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury, that's Mr. Motherfucker himself, and that was something that they planned from the get-go. So more Netflix shows in development, possibly. What are you guys' thoughts?
One thing I have is that, okay, number one, don't overflood it. Unless you're going to have them special appear in each other's shows, don't overflood it, especially in the same fucking city, because it won't add up. Especially if you're going to keep everything as part of the main storyline from your fucking company. Number two, if you're going to do all of this, then yeah, just make it correctly. Didn't we have a Blade series already? So now they just want to take this license, rehash it again, and make sure it's done correctly.
Yeah, that wasn't handled by the Marvel guys themselves. So
yeah, I know. But as far as Marvel handling their shit themselves, fine. We've seen the results already. We've seen Daredevil already. We've seen Jessica Jones. We've seen that. Just keep on doing what you're doing. If you have a plan for all those characters down the road, fine. But don't interject too much at the same time. Don't do that.
Any thoughts, Grey Mouse?
Yeah, pretty much just don't pull a DC. But no,
you're going to see YouTube videos of Blade showing up at like a liquor market, stabbing vampires on security camera. Just security camera tape there. Yeah. We'll see.
No, with Blade, obviously they're going to need someone else other than Wesley Snipes to play Blade. I'm sure there's plenty of actors there to do it. And I think that can be done a lot easier than Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has a lot of technical difficulties in it, simply because every scene that Ghost Rider is in is going to be CGI. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast of Ghost Rider. Moon Knight, I'm not too familiar with that, to be honest with you. But like I said, if Marvel is at the helm, I have no worries. I'm very interested if Netflix wants to do this. Seems like Netflix nowadays is starting to get all these good programs. So let's see what comes out. You got Voltron. You got.
Want to know why? One of the reasons why is because most TV networks are only going to deal with certain things. Most like reality shows or contest shows like Survivor or something like that. There's not many networks that are willing to deal with anything outside of certain comedies or reality shows. For the superhero shows that are on, most of them are WB, and guess where they are? On WB networks.
Well, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. And again, you know, I would think that it would only work on Netflix, being that the language.
And I was about to say that too. You
You're
can't
able
censor most of these. You just can't.
Yeah, you're able to say things that you normally can't say.
I say, but dude, if Blade doesn't have blood in it, fuck that. Forget it. There better be motherfuckers getting chopped up, maimed, thrown in the sun, and bursting. There better be that. Other than that, please, there's no point in me fucking watching it.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
Netflix,
Netflix as it goes right now, one of the things a lot of people were thinking about, especially when they first announced Daredevil, aside from, oh, didn't Marvel just do that? It's got the stink of Ben Affleck all over and all that other bullshit thing before it hit the Netflix feed, was that a lot of people were like, so how is this going to be handled? You know, the thing about Netflix, the grand model that they have that that is great for these particular movies is, like the theme said, there's a lot of freedom afforded the producers and the guys who make the content. The other thing that's available to them is that they have the luxury of doing their full run right off the bat, and Netflix will have it available. So you don't have to sit there and
wait.
You don't have to sit there and you don't have to wait week after week. Not only that, but you don't run the risk of putting out a pilot, or even worse, putting out a pilot, getting 3, 4, or 5 episodes in, and then just having the plug pulled on you because a network executive doesn't like what's going on as far as numbers and shit like that.
That's that Pirates of Dark Water.
To add on to that, you know, Netflix, because like you said, you order 13 episodes, so you know that you're going to be, whether it continues after that, that's a different story. But at least actors and whoever the people that the bean counters, they know that they're going to at least get 13 episodes out of it. And then, like the Reverend was saying earlier, you know, it's about ratings. If you got stuff on Fox,
tune in next time for.
If you got stuff on Fox or whatever, you know, okay, so the pilot and the first episode, you got 10 million views. After that, your views go down to 500,000 or whatever. I'm just throwing out numbers.
It's because
and then that means that the program's going to be canceled after 1 or 2 episodes. At least with Netflix, you'll have at least 13 episodes that are bought already, you know, and then however those go, at least at the end of that, you know, the ratings, if the ratings are good, they'll add another 13 or another 26, depending on however they want to do it. And I'm 100% for Netflix. I mean, this is great what Netflix is doing. You order 13 episodes, you can at least get one season, quote unquote season of something, and you get it right away. As it drops, you get all 13 freaking episodes, so you could binge watch it if you fucking want to. And
bring back Pirates of Dark Water.
Yeah.
Don't change any of the source material and finish that shit. Don't say, well, we had low ratings. You kept interrupting it with Wide World of Sports. You fuckers, man. That's why you didn't get the fucking. Bring the 3rd season of Young Justice to that shit and let it run.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a good deal for Netflix. It really is. I mean, it's a good deal for all around. At least.
And like I said, it doesn't stop in the middle of an episode or at the end of the episode and next week. It's like, I gotta wait.
Yeah.
7 whole fucking days, 6 days and 23 hours? No, fuck that. You get the whole series, right? The whole season or whatever, right there. And after the pilot, after the pilot, if you're still interested in that shit, you can watch it. The pilot sometimes makes or breaks certain people's interests.
Absolutely. And, you know, even I would love that Netflix would pick up some of the DC stuff. I mean, how cool would be what do you call it? A Green Lantern Corps, you know? I mean, how cool would that be?
Animated or live action?
Yeah, there was already a good animated Green Lantern.
I know, but I'm talking about live action. I mean,
continue that.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, continue to animate it.
I don't know how likely that's going to happen. I believe Warner Brothers actually is partnered up with Hulu. So yeah, it when if they do anything like that, it's not gonna show up on Netflix. That's how that
all right.
goes.
How about this right here? How about the Punisher? I mean, he could do that too, right?
Well, no, he's gonna get his own show. If you've seen, like you said, you did see Daredevil season 2. If you've seen Daredevil season 2, him getting his own show was no fucking brainer.
That's a lock at this point.
Yeah,
that's going to be great.
Keep
putting good shit out. That's all I'm asking. That's all we're all asking.
Yeah, that's basic. Okay, we can end it right there.
I mean, well, as far as it goes, I am just to go ahead and wrap it up with my thoughts. I don't think there's anything bad with those shows coming out on Netflix. There's a lot of upside, and there's definitely a lot more than showing up on broadcast TV, like a lot of other shows. Granted, I love the CW shows, Arrow, Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow, and all of that. But there's a certain level of sophistication. There's a certain level of violence and maturity that I'm not expecting from those shows.
Right.
And that's fine because they're still great at telling the story that they do. But Blade, Ghost Rider, and Moon Knight. Look, the thing about Moon Knight is that he is like the most unknown, one of the most unknown, obscure characters from the Marvel universe. And a lot of people who are at a loss of words to go ahead and describe him as Marvel's version of Batman. But the thing is that Moon Knight, the spirit of Khonshu, goes out of his way, that crazy bastard, and he is crazy, all right, goes out of his way openly to torture and kill people. So, no, he's not Batman. All right. And guess what? He doesn't feel bad about any of that.
No.
Because half the time, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So I say it's an upside all around. It would be something else to see in stark contrast to the other quote-unquote goody two-shoe heroes that are out there. Not that any of the goody two-shoe characters have actually shown up on any of the Netflix series because they all get pretty dark at times. So any other thoughts, gentlemen?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Yep, I think we're good too. With that, thank you very much for spending the last 25 or so minutes with us, folks. As always, if you're so kind, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, check out Gray Mouse's channel, check out the Theme's channel. Heck, check out my channel. We try to put out things every week. A little bit of a slowdown and gap here and there, but this is what we like to do, and I don't think you guys are going to do anything to stop us anyway. So with that, join us for our next video, which will be coming out shortly. I am the Reverend.
The Theme here.
And Gray Mouse 1.
Superhero shit. Online, offline, national TV, Netflix, Hulu, whatever. Just make good shit and we'll watch it. Credits.
Up and away.